Hi everyone, Coco here. Today I'm going to attempt to teach you how to make these Christmas trees that I made during my 12 Days of Candy challenge. I love how they turned out, and I really wanted to share with everyone how to make these trees in case you wanted to make them for next year. They are very similar, but I did notice that they do look slightly different, so you can choose which tree you want to make because I will be posting a tutorial for both of these. Okay, I'm going to start with this tree first, and I did sprinkle in some colored beads there just to see what it would look like. So if you want to try doing that, you can, but for this tutorial I'm going to stick with just the basic dark green, the brown for the stump, and I have some gold beads, so I'm going to use that. And these are all mini pony beads in the size 6.5 millimeter barrel, but if you have regular pony beads, that's fine as well. And if you don't have gold, honestly, you could just use the green, or you could use yellow. Okay, so I have about 2 feet of fishing line here, and I painted one end green and I painted one end red, hoping that that is going to help you a little bit more. You know, I'm not very good at making tutorials. I'm still pretty new at that, so I do apologize in advance if anything is confusing. I will strive to learn from my mistakes and just try to make better tutorials for you. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to add 4 beads on the string, and I'm going to cross. And what I mean by that is I take the last bead that I put on the string, and I'm going to pull the other string so that this one bead has both strings coming out in opposite directions. I'm going to pull that, and it's going to look like this. It's going to look like a loop with the one bead having 2 strings coming out. Okay. Sorry, here we go. Okay, so on the green end, I'm going to put 3 beads. And I'm going to cross. So I'm going to pull the string in the opposite direction. Now it's going to look like this, okay? It's going to look like that. And what's important is that you notice that one bead has 2 strings coming out of it. I'm going to take my right string here, which is this string here. It has the green end on it, and I'm going to pull it through this top bead here. Okay, so I'm going to take this green string end, and I'm going to pull it through this bead right here. So now it looks like this. So it looks like the string is coming out of these 2 beads. And then I'm going to add a brown bead, and I'm going to cross it with the other string so that I have this, and this is going to be the bottom of my tree. Okay, so right now the brown bead has the string coming out in both directions. So I'm going to take this string here, the one on my right, and that's going to go through this bead, the middle bead, and the right bead. And then my left string is going to go through this left bead, the middle, and then this top left bead. Okay? So I'm going to start with my green end here. I'm going to go through the right bead, the middle bead, and then this top right bead. Okay. And then this left string is going to go through the left bead, the middle bead, and then again through this top bead. So now I have something that looks like this, and I have the two strings coming out of these two ends. Okay. So on my right string, I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to be adding 2 beads. So on the right string, I'm going to be adding 2 beads. And then on my left string, I'm going to be adding 3 green beads. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and on that third bead, I'm going to take the right string and I'm going to cross. And when I do that and I pull it down, I'm going to be making this circle here, oval. Maybe you guys have like a floppy shape, but what's important is that if you pop these beads and you shape it, you kind of get this diamond shape. Okay, in this shape you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 beads in here. Okay, we added 2 on the right string, 3 on the left, and we already had these 3. So when you put them all together, you get 8, and you're going to get this diamond shape. Okay, so on my right string here, I'm going to add a green, a gold, and again, if you don't have gold, use yellow or green. Use any color. That's going to be the top of the tree or the star. Okay, now in this bead here, the top bead, I'm going to go in the opposite direction. So this string is going that way, and now it's going to come back and loop. Okay, so I'm going to loop it in and make a circle so that it does that. So it's kind of like a floppy circle here. Okay, so pop this bead again. It's going to look like that when I fold it down. So that's going to be my tree. And now I have to tie this string, because if I just let it go, it's going to be all floppy. So I have to tie it, okay? And just so you know what I'm going to do, this right string, I'm going to go through 1, 2, 3 beads. And then the left string, I'm going to go through 1, 2, 3 beads. And my string is going to meet right here in the middle, and that's where I'm going to tie the string. So I'm going to go through 1, 2, 3, 3 on this side, and then this one is going to go through 1, 2. So this is going through 2. And oops, and 3. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this upside down. So my tree's upside down right now, and I'm going to tie a knot. So here's my single knot. Go slow so that you don't catch any beads along the way. And then after my single knot, I'm going to do a double knot. Okay, and I'm going to tie it slow, pull tight. Okay, so it looks like this jumbled mess here. That's okay, because I just need to pop my beads back in place, make that diamond. It looks good. And then I'm going to pop these beads on the top down, so it looks like that. And after you move the beads around, it's going to be a little loose again, so I recommend that you pull it tight one more time. And that looks really cute. I really like that. I'm going to take some clear nail polish and I'm going to dab that knot. I'm going to move my beads over to the side a little bit like that. Any clear nail polish will do. Any cheap clear nail polish. Okay, I'm gonna pull it tight one more time because I did shift those beads. Okay. So if I cut the knot right here, I'm gonna have some string sticking out and I don't want that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go up a little bit. So I'm going to pull the string through some beads. It doesn't matter really what bead, as long as it's like as long as you're going through the neighbors. So I'm going through 2 neighbors here, just to kind of go up, and then I'm going to cut the string. Okay. So this is my first tree.